Good morning, gents. Commissioner Lindy Smith with your Week 8 recap. Sorry I missed last week. I was in transition. Just drove out here to lovely Tampa, Florida. Had to have a discussion with my running back to see when the hell he's going to play again. But it's neither here or there. Everything should be straightened out. I should have him next week. Let's get into this week's action, shall we? Had a lot of good action, lots of good scores, and we had a couple of people already phoning it in. Mid-season, already phoning it in. Let's jump into our first game. First game had the Whip Crackers visiting the league champ, the bad guy, the source of all the trouble. Whip Crackers got a strong effort from Esteban Smith with 29. Ravens defense showed up in the second half after spotting Arizona 3 touchdowns with 25 points. He left Eli's 30 on the bench, and the Giants scored 24. That doesn't help. Owen Daniels gets him another 7 points, but in actuality, wouldn't matter. Bad guy got 32 from Matty Stafford, 34 from Ray Rice, 20 points from Reggie Bush. His second 100-yard game in his career. Okay. Beanie Wells showed up with 14. Calvin Johnson did what Calvin Johnson does with another 32. Stevie Johnson, rough day, only got him 11, but the Saints defense another 28. Everybody showed up. Jimmy Graham was low man with 7 points. Not a bad outing. Nothing you could have done about that. The Whip Crackers, they're still in first place tied with Fogel, but that was a tough loss. Tough loss. Moving on. We got the mighty Duck Phallus Nation visiting Cooper and the Back by Popular Demand squad. Phillip Rivers, really? 2 picks? I don't know what's going on. Of course, the Amish Rifle only put up 18 to Rivers 17, so I didn't lose too much there. Got a good outing from Foster and Jackson, 24 and 27 respectively. Debo only got me 10 last night. Deion Branch got me 13, which was decent. Jermaine Gresham decides to get scratched at game time. Pretty cool. After being probable all week, Jermaine Gresham decides he doesn't feel like playing. Awesome. 49ers got me 19. And John Casey only got me 1. So I would have picked up 10 points from Jason Hanson, but honestly wouldn't have mattered. Matty Schaub got him 19. LaShawn McCoy went off. Didn't he, Cooper? Didn't he go off? He went off. For 38, Frank Gore got him 24. DeMarco Murray, 8. Hakeem Nicks got him 12 before he got injured. It's supposed to be day-to-day, so hopefully he's back next week. Gronkowski got him 16. Lions defense teed off on Tebow, 38 points. And Dan Bailey only got him a point. 1 extra point for the lone touchdown that they scored. So even in my loss, there is a silver lining that the Cowboys got absolutely destroyed, and that makes me happy. Moving on, next game. The Buckhead visiting Team Alonzo, one of the teams that seems to have phoned it in for the season. Team Alonzo has Michael Turner on a bye, Roddy White on a bye, Dustin Keller on a bye, and the Falcons defense on a bye. Still put up 88 points with half his team on a bye. Roethlisberger turned in 29, A.J. Green 17, Sidney Rice with 22, and Billy Cundiff got him 13 more. Malcolm Floyd on the bench with 20, Mike Wallace on the bench with 14, could only played one of them, so couldn't have gotten much more points. Buckhead only got 15 from Flacco, but he got 32 from Peterson, and 51 points from the Bengals defense against Seattle. Wow. So not much Alonzo could have done, but at least have a fully functional lineup. That's all we're asking. At least put the effort forward. Moving on. Darkside Destroyers visited the Legends. I'm on one. B squad led by Rick. Rick had Josh Freeman and Mason Crosby on a bye. But then again, he has Peyton Manning still. And he has no kicker, so he didn't have a choice. He got 14 from Mojo, 17 from Olsen, and 18 from the Redskins. Other than that, nothing. Got nothing from Peyton Hillis, got nothing from Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. Needs to start hitting the waiver wire. I know you're busy, but you need to make a little bit of time. Destroyers got 19 from Brady and a loss. Got 13 from Bradshaw. Tolbert didn't play. Brandon Lloyd got 17. Miles Austin, 5. Jeremy Maclin, however, picked up 14. Freddie Davis, 17. The Chargers defense, despite the loss, 23 points. And David Akers got him a solid 8. Plays Eric Decker over Miles Austin. He gets another 14 points, but he didn't need it. Good job for the Destroyers. And finally, the Cap Guns visited the DC Evil Empire. Cap Guns, 13 from Romo, 12 from Mendenhall, and 13 from Baronis. Both of his defenses were on a bye. Mario Manningham's 18 gets him another 18 points over Hines Ward, who did not play. And Aaron Hernandez gets him another 2 points. So it still would have been a destruction. Vic got 28. Steven Jackson showed up for 39. Anquan Bolden for 26. Eagles defense 15. Cam Newton on the bench with 30. Still need to get rid of one of those quarterbacks. Victor Cruz on the bench with 22. And Steelers defense on the bench with 23. DC Evil Empire, despite posting all week about a dead team walking, that's a pretty solid effort from a dead team. So watch out for them in the second half of the season. Looking forward to Week 9. We have the Cap Guns traveling from New York to visit the mighty Duck Fallis Nation. Looking for the Duck Fallis Nation to bounce back. The early line has the Duck Fallis Nation up by 33. I'm sure we will cover. Get back on the right track. Just what we needed mid-season. DC Evil Empire will be visiting the Whip Crackers. 6-1 Whip Crackers at the 2-5 Empire. Early line has DC Evil Empire by 34. I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to say the Empire pulls the upset this week. Team Alonzo is visiting the Bad Guy. Early line has Alonzo winning by 21. I'm going to go with it. Team Alonzo over the Bad Guy. The Buckhead visiting the Darkside Destroyer. Should be a very good game, a very high scoring game. Early line has the Darkside Destroyers by 40. Wow. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with the Destroyers over the Buckhead. And finally, the Legends I'm on 1. B Squad visits Coops, backed by Popular Demand Squad. We're going with Coop to win 2 in a row. Strong mid-season push, headed for the playoffs, hopefully. Some 2-5 team right now is in a playoff spot, so stranger things have happened. Early line has Coop by 58. I'm sure he will cover. And that's all I have for your Week 8 recap. Hit the waiver wire if you need to hit the waiver wire. Please submit a lineup that is fully functioning. It's not too late to get back into this. Like I said, one of those 2-5 teams from last week is going to be in the playoffs. Why can't it be you? The only team that needs to do some serious thinking is our 0-7, now 0-8 Legends I'm on 1 squad. Needs to at least start trying to find Take one of those quarterbacks from the DC Evil Empire. Do what you have to do. Find something. Do something. Please. With that said, I'm here in Tampa Bay. Had a talk with my team. Coming back off buys, coming back off injuries. Duck Fellas Nation looking forward to a strong second half. And that's all I have. Be smart on the waiver wire. Remember our goal. And I'll talk to you next week. Commissioner Lindy Smith, Tampa Bay, out.